If we really want to take it there, do we want to talk about who certain people's managers are and their position on channel AKA? Do we want to talk about that? We're talking about people having someone on the inside on MTV. Why is it certain artists are playlisted on channel AKA and then led on to being signed? Because their management are on channel AKA. If you want to talk about why are there certain DJs who have positions at Universal and Atlantic DJing on the radio, that's a basic, very basic conflict of interest. Of course they're going to play the artists that are signed to the record label which sign their checks. So they're getting two wages, a wage from BBC and a wage from Atlantic or a wage from Universal. That's a conflict of interest. If you're talking about somebody on the inside, who have I got on the inside? Who plays my music? Actually, what it comes down to is a matter of I don't have the support that these other artists have in any way, shape or form. So I'm in a position where I have to do what I have to do. Big up the Wasteman Lodge, do you know what I mean? Wasteman Lodge, repping. Yeah, certain plights which are inconvenient for certain powers that be. And when we talk about people like MTV, your big powers in terms of media, they have an interest in putting forward the elite narrative. What is the elite narrative? The elite narrative is that NATO military presence in Afghanistan is justified. The elite narrative is that they went to war in Iraq to get rid of a dictator who the Iraqi people hated. The second part is true, but they didn't go to war for that. The elite narrative is that the state of Israel is normal. These are three things. What have I done in my career around those three things? Where have I positioned myself regarding those three things? I have directly talked about them. So therefore, I am not somebody that solidifies the elite narrative. And I never will be. And I never, ever, ever, ever will be. And that's why I'm not interested in sitting down with these labels. Because I'm not gonna buy into a system where ultimately you have artists being exploited. These artists are being exploited by these labels. They're making money. But the fact is that they're not fully A, in control creatively, and B, they're signed to 360 deals. Now these 360 deals are super conflict of interest. The whole music industry is run on conflict of interest. These 360 deals mean that every single thing you do, okay, a chunk is taken by the record label. They're called record labels. They are meant to only take a chunk of your record sales, but they are taking the chunk, 360 deals. They're taking chunks of people's live shows, of people's publishing, of people's merchandise. I could never do a show like this. If I was signed to a major label, they say, are you getting paid? And I say no. So they say, don't do it. And regardless of that, even if a show like this wanted to pay me, because it's openly talking about stop the war and Palestine, I wouldn't be able to go. I wouldn't be able to come here. I am not and never will be on the inside of their music industry. I spit on their music industry, 100%. I don't want to be involved with them. I don't want to be involved with these people. I know too much about these people. They don't respect me. They don't respect us. They don't respect the fans. They don't respect the workforce that makes the music. So why are you going to jump up and down to be involved in it? It's just a way of people who don't make music making money off people who do make music and telling people who do make music how to make music. We've got so many ways of letting people hear our words now that we don't need them. There was a time when they had everything monopolized and said what did and didn't exist. If you didn't get played on the radio, didn't get played on MTV, you didn't exist. If you didn't get played on Westwood, didn't get put on MTV, you didn't exist. I don't get played by Westwood and don't get played on MTV. The only time my name is mentioned on MTV is when they want to cause friction between me and another artist. That's it. I don't need them.